Hey, what up, YouTube? This is Steven. And how are you guys doing? I just wanted to come through for a quick moment and maybe just talk about a couple of things here and there, maybe not be on here for too long, you know. Perhaps, a minute, maybe 5 minutes. um, but yeah. Hey, Lonnie, One Love. Thanks for joining the chat. I appreciate that. But yeah, I guess there's always something to talk about when it comes to like, black issues and colorism and whatnot. um, I guess I can. Amber Rose is a clown. I. hmm. I think really Amber Rose could have really taken the opportunity. Like she had an opportunity to really sort of like remix her image, really. But I guess she just stuck with what she knew. She's sticking to what she knows, right? Because she could have remixed her image if she really wanted to. Um, but I think she looks good. I think she has a very a nice looking face. But I don't know. It seemed like she determined to be a hoe. Like she is determined to be a like a slut, a hoe, all that, whatever, right? But the reason that I bring her up, bring up Amber Rose is because of like the whole Kodak Black situation, right? And I know we don't want to really, keep harping on this because, let's see, Lonnie One Love. I can't take her. Like her better when she kept her mouth shut. Yeah, I think she should have kept her mouth shut and just have been that mysterious, beautiful woman in the background, next to like some rapper or some, high profile dude or whatever. Um, but yeah, the reason I bring her up is because y'all remember Kodak Black in his comments, right? Well, Amber kind of gave a rebuttal to his comments and basically just saying that it wasn't cool, right? What he said. I don't have it. I don't have like a quote of it because I don't have access to it at the minute, but it is out there, right? And YouTube user uh, Focus Chick first brought it up to me, so shout out to her, for bringing it to my attention because I didn't know about the quote, you know, or the tweets that Amber released. Right. She made a good point on the Kodak Black thing, but next week she's gonna say some dumb shit again. I believe that, you know. Um, you know, I I'm I'm a little skeptical about um why Amber Rose decided to speak out. You know, it's not that I don't appreciate that or other black women, especially dark skinned black women, don't appreciate it. I think it's perhaps maybe people are thinking like, okay, what's what are is there an ulterior motive? That's what I'm kind of thinking too, like attention, maybe some promotion, um, you know, wanting to keep herself in the news. Because I don't think that I don't know. At one point, I didn't even know that Amber identified as black. Because at one point, she was saying she was a white girl. Then, when she couldn't get away with that, then she was saying that she was like a mixed girl. Then, at this moment now, she's saying she's a black girl. From the same girl who says she ain't black, but then it says she likes black girls. Bye, bitch. That's what I'm saying too, though, Lonnie. It's like I couldn't take that. I couldn't take those tweets 100% seriously because of the way that Amber has flip-flopped on her racial identity so much. I'm like, I don't know if you really feeling like this. Are you just saying some stuff to sound like you feel this way? To say some stuff just to kind of like make it sound a certain way. But you remember, though, well, maybe you don't, I'm not sure, but you remember, like, Oprah did that documentary about light girls. It was a documentary called Dark Girls, and then there was one called Light Girls. And on Light Girls, Amber Rose made a cameo, and she spoke about how her mother's side of the family, her Cape Verdean side of the family, didn't want to come to her wedding with Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalif. Khalifa or Khalif? Wiz Khalif. All right. Hey, shout out to you, African Queen, for joining the chat. Thanks a lot. 21 Savage and Amber Rose, are together. That's the thing, too. I swear, some of these black men are determined to be the garbage men. Like, I don't know. I guess maybe it might be like a pump and dump type of thing for him, but I don't know. But it's like, it's a little strange. See, Lonnie, I never seen Light Girls because it's bullshit. Yeah, I can understand the way you feel. And who the F is 21 Savage and how he look? She can have him. LOL. Shout out to Kiki for joining the chat. Thanks for the support. I've heard of 21 Savage. I don't really follow him, though. I don't know. I don't really know him. But from what I heard, he's dating Amber Rose now. So, he's, helping. He's still like helping perpetuate Amber Rose's career, right? Quote unquote career, right? I'm not quite sure what she actually does, but I'm pretty sure she got some money in her bank account, though. That's the sad thing, though. We don't even know what she does. We can't even point blank pin down what she does for a living, and she got more money in her bank account than probably all of us. 21 Savage is a rapper, a solo rapper, I think, maybe, or a part of a group, perhaps. But I think the name 21 Savage is for a person, not a group. For some reason, you look like you have a golden grill in your mouth. Let me see. I think the lighting. Let me see. Well, I think the lighting's still pretty much the same. Let's see. Lonnie, I heard that Amber ain't really a slut like she claims. I don't know. It seemed like she's determined to really have that image, though. I don't know why. I guess maybe that's what she knows. Because I think at one point when she was like supporting her family through stripping. But in that apology, though, she didn't make an apology. In that tweet, the series of tweets she released in reference to Kodak Black, though, she had mentioned and spoke on her own struggles. See, even if that's so, why would she pretend in reference to being a slut? This isn't easy, A. A lot of, I think, really the black community is what's keeping Amber Rose alive. Like, as far as her career is concerned, that's where she got her start, and that's who's continuing to, uplift her and perpetuate her and her career. You know? Heck, the black community even gravitated towards that Catch Me Outside girl. You notice white people weren't really like, touching it like that, But black people were the ones hyping up the Catch Me Outside girl, But yeah, she has spoken on her struggles of being a light-skinned girl in her series of tweets. And some people kind of felt like that was like her taking away attention from, it's like her taking away attention from, the darker skinned women, because her tweet was supposed to be defending and going to bat for darker skinned women. Yeah, ideas of feminism, I'm not sure. Let's see. African Queen. Right. Don't know why black girls and women following this. Oh. Well, because they want to they think that she's pretty, she's fashionable, she's in the media, she's accessible, right? She's being put on a pedestal, and women often like to live through other women who are in positions that they would like to be in. Just people in general, but I think when it comes to women, that seems to be sort of a trend. Wouldn't you like to be Amber Rose for a day? Perhaps a couple of days. And, people acting, especially black folks, black people at Kiki. Hell no. You wouldn't want to be Amber Rose for a day. But black people will accept anything. Black people, you throw them some crumbs and black folks will just accept it. Let's see. Lonnie One Love. I really don't like Amber Rose. And Wendy Williams loves her and criticizes other black women. Let's see, I guess that are real business women at that. I'm not gonna lie, some things that Wendy says, is funny, But yeah, I do kind of notice sometimes Wendy likes to sort of like go hard on black women for some reason. Let's see. Yeah, Wendy Williams, I don't want to go into, I could say a lot about Wendy Williams, from a negative standpoint and a positive standpoint. But I'm going to try to just keep it brief and to the point. I think Wendy Williams, it's a bit of, she has some coon tendencies, I think. I'm being nice. I think Wendy has some coon tendencies, all right? And sometimes I think she feels like she's endearing herself to her majority white audience by bashing black women, or black people in general. African Queen. Yeah, dark-skinned men are really doing the most, as if she's a 10 or something. Well, as far as the dark-skinned men are concerned, I mean, again, the light-skinned woman just got to be light-skinned. Or biracial is even better, right? The biracial is even better if she's biracial, and she just got to be light skinned or biracial. Just have light skin. Just come with light skin. You can be as basic or as mediocre as you want to be. There is a pedestal that dark skinned black men will put her on. And other groups of women know this too. To be honest, even black women kind of know this. To be fair, like, no group of women as a collective feel like they need to be on point, quote unquote, when they get in with a black man. Typically not. Maybe a particular black man at the most, but not as a collective. They don't feel like they need to be on point. I just come as I am, But, flip it around though. Flip it around though. When black women are, interracially dating, they feel like they need to be on point. I think that's partially part of the reason why they don't, why some black women tend to not interracially date. Especially if they're going for like, a certain type of man, especially like white men, they feel like they gotta come and be on point, They don't feel like they can just come over to white men, being all, ratchet, hood rat-ish, and get a white man. Let's see. African Queen. Wendy is naturally funny, but yes, she has coon tendencies. She goes in on black men as well. Yeah, she does. I don't know. I haven't watched Wendy Williams in a while though. But I have watched her in the past, and she does seem to kind of go in on black people for some reason. I guess because she can get away with it, for one, Because black people as a whole are like a really easy target, But y'all remember when Wendy Williams said, that stuff she said about the HBCUs and, the NAACP? She's like, we haven't been called colored people in a long time in NAACP. And then she was like, she was like, she doesn't feel the need for HBCUs. She's like, that's racist, or something like that. Let's see. Lonnie One Love. I never knew the black community had this many issues until YouTube, yo. The mental illness is real. Yeah, I will say I was ignorant. I didn't know I was ignorant too. I didn't know it was this bad, To be fair, I was kind of ignorant about, like, and maybe even to an extent, maybe still is. I was kind of like ignorant about colorism for a while. I feel like in my household, it was never talked about. So, like, when I went and went to school, while, it wasn't like a big issue. Like, sometimes people would, maybe say, a certain group of people might say a slick comment about me, or, ask me a question about, why I look the way I look, that sort of a thing. It's hard. Let's see. African Queen. It's hard to watch your live stream on my end. It keeps skipping forward, then backwards. It keeps cutting you off and on for some reason too. Are other people having difficulties watching the live stream? Swirl Nation YouTube channels, LOL. Effing crazy. Yeah, I don't really get that. I feel like on an individual level, I think swirling could work for some people, but I don't think as a collective that's the answer to our problems. Like, if every black person swirled, what would happen to, like, it would probably be no black community, really. Um, Kiki, I didn't know so many black men had channels dedicated to bashing us. You know, and let these black men tell it. They just been through the worst because of black women, especially dark-skinned black women. Oh, they call me ugly. They said they wanted light-skinned babies with good hair and green eyes. Oh, she called me a monkey. All right. Oh, she said I was ashy. You know, and I'm like, but the dark skinned women get the same treatment though. And they not doing the fuck shit you doing, by and large. They're not. And shout out to the people who are in the chat, and thanks for the thumbs up to whoever thumbs up the video. It's definitely appreciated. And I know you guys probably, let's see, African Queen. I'm trying to hear what you're saying, but I can't. I get on people's live stream all the time, and this never happens. Really? Maybe it's because I'm doing it with a mobile app, maybe? Yeah, I'm doing this like on my telephone. Well, not telephone, but my cell phone. Hey, Lonnie Love. Or Lonnie One Love. Y'all know that comedian Lonnie Love? I think sometimes I think of her name when I see your name. But yeah, I don't knock people for interracially dating. Me personally, I don't. But as long as they're not bashing folks, like bashing their own people, because sometimes when black people interracially date, sometimes they tend to want to like feel the need to justify it by bashing, But if you feel that is a solution for you, you should do it. It's not like black men as a collective are holding out for black women, Some black women, end up holding out for, black men, the good black men to come along, And sometimes it happens, but what happens if it doesn't, though? I don't know who... Well, some black people do. At least that's what whenever I hear people bashing their own people, it tends to be black people. I'm not saying that every black swirler does it. I don't think so, but I don't know. It just seems like that's what they want to do for some reason. Sometimes they do it maybe to project, to get out maybe some frustration, to justify why they're swirling, and it's not necessary. Do what you do, Just don't bash other black people while you do it. Because trust and believe, like, the person you're swirling with, I don't think they're bashing their own people, And usually if it is, it's probably like some overweight, fat, rejected white woman who probably couldn't get like a decent white man, and she's feeling some type of a way about it, so she's like, that's why I only date black men. Usually it's someone like that, right? Yeah, I think black people are taught that blackness is bad, and that, you're supposed to, get with someone who will kind of, I don't know how to put it, but basically they just Blackness is bad and you need to wash it away. Alright? And black people, it's a little dangerous for black people because black people tend to want to accept any and everybody as black. Let's see. African Queen, I like your what every type of vibe. It's funny to me for some reason. I'm not sure what you meant by that comment. I haven't heard about that, Kiki. Kiki posted, "Did you see the black female security guard who got punched in the face by a white guy?" I haven't heard about that. Did it happen recently? Hmm. So what happened with the white guy? Is he like in custody or in jail or facing any charges? Oh, thanks, African Queen. I assume that's supposed to mean to be a compliment, so thanks. Oh, he was that white man was in the military too? Well, isn't he supposed to be protecting civilians? What the hell? But then again, isn't the army kind of just used as like a front to like do more colonization? You know? But I suppose that's a good thing, something to talk about too. You know. Yeah, you know, black people be scaring these white folks. Black women scaring these white folks now. He probably gonna be feeling like I felt threatened. You know, I thought she was gonna attack me. Is the black female okay? Hopefully, she didn't suffer any serious injuries because of that. Let's see. I did armed security. If it was me, he will be dead. Okay. Lonnie, you trying to catch a case? See. Pablo Frescobar. Good evening. The army is the muscle for white supremacy and Zionism. And thanks for joining the chat, Frescobar. I know it's probably a little later for you because you're over in the United Kingdom, right? The UK? Great Britain? England? And you know what to say to get off? I don't know. You know, they tough on black folks in the court system. You know, if you were white, you could definitely get off. Um, if you were saying like, oh, you know, I have mental issues. I would like to visit the United Kingdom. Perhaps even live there for a little while. I didn't click into that story, but I remember seeing that floating around though. Kiki, the black woman who recently graduated, who was killed by a white guy due to road rage. Okay, you from London, Freshka Bar? All right, shout out to you. Hip hip cheerio. A spot of tea. Sorry things aren't working out on your end, African Queen. Let's see. I can't. I'm going to try the next live at Stephen Brown. I hate that I have to go, but things aren't working out. Hopefully there's a playback. Peace, lovely people. Yeah, you know, the live streams that I've done, I've posted there. You can see them again on my YouTube channel. But yeah, I'm sorry things didn't work out. I'm sorry you're having technical difficulties on your end. Um, but there will be other live streams though. But thanks for joining. It wasn't road rage. Yeah, I'm sad that African Queen has to leave too. What is he going to be charged with? Because lately it seems like a lot of people have been like black people are pretty much just open game. Like it's open season on black people. Like we gotta decrease their population numbers, so we gotta kill them off. Like, is he gonna be getting any jail time? The death sentence? Like, what's his punishment gonna be? How did he shoot her? It's kind of like some of these stories just are kind of tough to like, you know, deal with sometimes. It's kind of like, here we go again. A don't do that anymore. That's what they gonna give him? Let's see. Yeah, he shot her. He turned. Let's see. I guess he turned himself in because he was caught. Well, if he was caught, then no, that don't count for turning your ass in. Hell, no. You can't be acting like, oh, I'm submitting and handing myself over to the law. Now your ass got caught though. Now you want to turn yourself in. No, it don't work like that, cave beast. Well, we know the legal system ain't shit when it comes to protecting black people. Historically, the legal system ain't shit when it comes to protecting black people. And that's being nice about it, you know. Oh. Let's see. He should have killed himself. Sometimes that can be a little annoying just because you want to see them suffer, you know. America needs to do eye for an eye. Crime will go down. It's just You know, that will qualify as vigilante justice. Oh, gee, guys, I had a bad day. I'm bipolar. Response: It's okay, sir. You just killed a black person. That's all right. That's okay. You just, pay a fine, perhaps. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Well, some prisons are tough, though, It depends on what prison you go to, though. You know. I think he need to be put in a prison with some, like, you know, violent thug ass black man that will beat the shit out of him every day. Wow, Kiki. you know, I would say, like, definitely if he did like a sex crime, then I would definitely say that one, if he was like, molesting black girls, or raping black girls, then yeah, I would say, yeah, do that to him. He gonna I guess he gonna be protected from the rest of the KK with the rest of the KKK members. Yeah, the legal system has historically given cover to the Ku Klux Klan. He killed a young black woman. I think that he needs to get the death penalty. An eye for an eye. So in this case, the death penalty. You know. Lonnie. Will it be a hate crime? I don't know. Um, I don't know. It seems um, like I don't know. It seems like Donald Trump might want to eliminate hate crimes. The Donald Trump crowd want to eliminate the hate crime laws and stuff like that. Like, oh, all crime is crime. Why does it have to be a hate crime? That's racist. White people love pretending like they so oppressed by us. Like they so oppressed. That's racist against me. You're saying that I'm a racist because I'm white. Like, nah, you're a racist because you're a racist. You know? Yeah, white people play the race card like so much. It's like white people play the race card so much, it's like we don't even notice it. We never call them out on playing the race card when, like, the whole foundation of this country was based off of playing the race card. You think BET is racist? Kiki. Let's see. Lonnie One Love. White people make me sick. I worked in a halfway house. They do the most drugs and crimes, and they still think they're better than you. LOL. Funny. Yeah, that's true. They'll be like thinking they better than you. Um, but that's the thing, though. For them, that's what they gotta hold on to, especially like the low class white people who are the trailer park white people, the meth heads and whatnot. They have to hold on to that because they gotta at least feel like they better than black people. They can't be better than like the upper class white people. So they like, at least I'm better than that nigger over there. At least I'm not a nigger, right? So for them, it's like a mental thing, partially. You know. They be heroin addicts at 15. Well, I think like meth is the new thing right now. Or like, I think there's a meth epidemic that's happening that I guess is being labeled as a health crisis, right? A health crisis instead of the war on drugs because it's white people and not black people. Yeah, I used to work with this white dude who was like in a halfway house and who was recovering from drugs. He was like really annoying. I should have like attacked him and like beat his ass. He wound up getting arrested cuz he like I wasn't at work, but he came to work one day and he was like high on drugs. Then he went into the Apple store and like tried to steal something out of the Apple, the Apple store. And then he got arrested, and I think I don't know, something happened, but he wound up getting arrested and having to spend some time in jail. Let's see. Lonnie One Love. Drugged out on heroin. Heroin. I won't let your black hands touch my white skin. Get me a better drug. Hey, shout out to you, B Money. Thanks a lot for joining the chat. And thanks a lot for posting comments on the videos that I've been uploading as well. You know. I hope all is well with you, B Money. Let's see. Kiki, no drug addicts have a risk of disease. Or no, drug addicts have a risk of disease. No blood. Let's see. Exactly, B Money. Exactly. That's why That's part of the reason why I appreciate, your feedback and your input, because it does come from that perspective. Especially like a dark skinned male's perspective. See. Kiki, meaning don't hit him. All right. I think it was something else that I was planning on bringing up. I think I forgot about it though. Let's see. Something else I was planning on talking about. I guess. B Money. It's not like that. It's not like that. All right. B Money posted LMAO. Y'all waffle colored Negroes think all dark skinned people are oppressed. It's not like that. All right. It's not like that. I just, how can I explain this? Like, I feel like if I were to come on here and just pretend like none of this was an issue, then people would have an issue with that. Like, I came on here and pretending like colorism wasn't an issue. If I was like, oh, you guys are just making up making up things because, you can't compete, right? B Money, you can't compete. You don't have accomplishments, right? B Money. If I came on here saying stuff like that, I feel like folks will have an issue with that, And as well, I don't think it's completely 100% fair, you know. Have I checked out this YouTuber China Fox? I feel like I've heard of this user. Someone posted it maybe yesterday, but no, I don't really know who that person is. B Money. Let's see. Lonnie Love posted, dark skinned dude always gets the scary rap. Not cool. LOL. You know, I feel like that kind of works sometimes in favor for dark skinned men and sometimes like as, you know, not in favor. Oh, well, I know she's popular then. I know she's really popular, B Money. A light skinned, gray eyed, pro black chick. Oh, she got green eyes? Kiki, like, nope, they're green, not gray. Let's see. Kiki posted, there is a white family in my black neighborhood and they have a two family house. A new family moved in. They had a cookout and were stumbling. 3 days later, I woke up to an ambulance and a murder. Oh, really? A murder? Who got murdered? Wow. I don't know what they were on. Let's see. Pablo Frescobar posted, white girls in the UK must, I guess, after having mixed children. Okay, must lust after having. White girls in the UK lust after having mixed children. I don't know if they is so much about the mixed children as getting like, you know, BBC maybe. And then the mixed children come along because, you know, they want to experience, you know, BBC without, you know, I guess without protection or condoms or something, you know. Heroin is big here on the East Coast suburb. Listen, heroin is big on the East Coast. Suburban and rural. Wow. I kind of thought heroin was kind of like an old school drug. I didn't know that people were still doing it. I kind of thought people moved on to like, I guess, other drugs. But I guess it's like one of those like maybe cocaine, you know, like old school, but folks still doing it, you know. Pablo Frescobar. They told me they want mixed children. I think London is a special place, Frescobar. I think London might be a special place. Not like in a negative sense, but just like in a sense that it's different. Yeah, Kiki, I didn't know that heroin was so big either. I thought, or as like the old school people call it, heron, right? I think my mom calls it heron still. B Money, do you call it heron too? I think so. I think you posted it as heron. Because I know you a little bit older, you know. You know, with age comes wisdom. Hey, shout out to you, Melissa. Thanks for joining the chat. Yeah, my mom calls it that. She calls it heron, you know. I don't know. I think that's kind of like an old school way of saying it, maybe. Heron. Let's see. B Money. It was old school in the black community. Prescription pills fueled the epidemic in the white community. Oh. So, okay, speaking in the past, like, was heroin like a black drug? You know, quote unquote, a black drug, like a drug that black people used to like do or used to do, or was it considered more of like a white drug, or was it like a combination of both? Because sometimes I think, okay, a white drug. Okay. Because I kind of thought that heroin was a white drug too. Let's see. B Money. It was framed as a black drug back in the 70s because of media propaganda. Hmm. I guess maybe you could probably could you say the same thing about like crack too? But I didn't know they did that with heroin though. I thought heroin was always considered like a white drug. Lonnie One Love. They don't care about black people. When we was on crack, they didn't come out with a, I guess, narcan like heroin. I guess narcotic like heroin. People say that, crack was put into the community by like, the CIA or, some like government conspiracy, you know. And that's what people say. I don't know for sure if it's true. I tend not to entertain conspiracy theories. Not so much, but on occasions, I guess I'll entertain the conspiracy theory. And shout out to you, Luna, for joining the chat. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for the support. You know. Let's see. B Money. Heroin was big here back in the days. Check out the movie American Gangster. You know, I haven't really seen American Gangster. The story of Frank Lucas. But I think I did see like this story on VH1 a while ago, like a long time ago, about like New York before they sort of like revamped New York, though, right? Because New York wasn't always like the New York that we know it to be today. Like, I think at one point New York was kind of like that place where like runaways would go and like drug addicts would go. Like, it was kind of like a really seedy place at one point, from what I've heard, at least in this documentary. Why the LMAO, B Money? Why are you laughing your ass off, B Money? Heroin is terrible. It spread diseases. Yeah, I think they shoot it up in their arms or like in their veins, you know. And then you're sharing the needle too. And okay, I thought, all right. Let's see. Let me see. Pablo Frescobar, Rick Ross, and Pablo's son was both claimed has both claimed that the CIA was the plug. There's a new Netflix show about CIA drug trafficking. I didn't know that. So thanks a lot, Pablo. B Money. I'm in my 40s. I remember NYC before they cleaned it up. Okay, so, all right. Thanks for confirming that story for me, B Money. All right. Because I do remember seeing that documentary on VH1. But yeah, before I seen that documentary, I didn't know that. I thought New York was always like a pristine place for some reason. But I've been to New York like literally once in my life. So, but I always thought it was like kind of like what it is now, right? I always thought that was New York, because New York is like a really popular place and, kind of like the gateway to America for many people. Luna, y'all done talking about Caillou? Okay. I mean Amber Rose. Now, don't be talking about Caillou like that. Don't be comparing him to Amber Rose. Let's see. Yeah, they do. I heard they do share needles. Kiki. B Money. There is a website of photos of New York City in the 70s during urban decay. Hmm. Okay. Kiki, we are the only country where we are allowed to leak info, write about it, and it still happens. Hmm. Let's see. Right. Let's see. Pablo Frescobar, the Vatican for I guess caught on many occasions trying to smuggle drugs. One time they had condoms full of coke. Wow. And this is the Vatican? Well, I ain't never trust them anyway. They be molesting too many kids. I mean, one's enough, but I mean, could we not have like a string of molestation? They be covering up the molestations that them white pedophile priests be doing. I think it may have been like one black um, Catholic priest up in the mix at one point, but mostly it's been white dudes doing that though. You know, Lonnie One Love. We know our government is corrupt. Make documentaries about it, and nothing happens. Open secrets. You know, I think all governments suffer from corruption to an extent, right? Some of it's just more blatant than others. It's degrees to it. You know. In America, I think some things would not fly that would fly in, like, say, Africa. No shade to Africa, you know. Mm. Oh yeah, hey B Money. What part of the military did you serve in? Let's see. Why aren't any of you guys at a cookout? um, well, why aren't you at a cookout? B Money. And the 4th of July, right? The 4th of July ain't until um a couple of days from now, actually, on Tuesday. Okay, all right. Navy man. All right. Yeah, my father and my grandfather both served in the Marines, and I have a cousin who served in the Air Force. Um, you know. Oh yeah, my grandfather was actually like one of the first, Marines of color. Actually, he and his regiment received like an honor from Barack Obama. Actually, they went to the White House and they received it. Did like a photo op and all that good stuff. You know, so like yeah, one of the very first you know Marines of color. Black Marines. And no one really celebrates the fourth. We just enjoying the day off, chilling with our peoples. It's like, yeah, it's a good excuse to barbecue, right? Oh, thanks, B Money, for saluting my grandfather. He unfortunately passed away in December. He was 92 years old. He was just shy of his 93rd birthday, I believe. I think so. I think he was turning 93. But I think, yeah, he was 92 and he was going to turn 93, but he was just a little bit short of his birthday before he passed away. So thanks a lot, B Money. Let's see. Kiki learns languages, and my cousin went to the bathroom 3 times and didn't wash his hands. Pissy hands, lol. What? Your cousin? Is your cousin Caucasian? Let's see. Black folks do celebrate it, block parties and all. Do you think African Americans should celebrate the 4th of July? That's a good question. You know, that's a good question. I feel like we kind of have our own quote unquote 4th of July. It's Juneteenth, right? But I don't really hear about that much. I don't really hear black people doing Juneteenth all that much. You know, really, I don't think black people should even be standing for the national anthem. Oh, I made a comment about yesterday, dirty hands. Yeah, how white men will go into the bathroom, you know, use the bathroom and not wash their hands unless it's a federal holiday. I haven't really heard of any Juneteenth celebrations. They do that up in New York, B Money? Well, Kiki, your cousin is nasty if they ain't washing their hands after they use the bathroom. I know that's your people, but that's nasty. Y'all remember that Seinfeld episode? Y'all remember that Seinfeld episode about um that chef not washing his hands, right? And then Jerry was like, I thought about that earlier today. Okay, I didn't know that, B Money. I didn't know they celebrated it in like so many places in New York. Hmm. It's the celebration, well, I guess they are popular since there's various locations. But yeah, I don't really hear about it, to be honest. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I ain't checking for something, but I don't really hear about it. Well, I ain't heard about it, B Money, in any southern locations I've been in. I don't know. I ain't. I haven't heard about it though. You know. Again, but maybe I'm missing something though. Maybe I ain't looking for it hard enough, right? But yeah, I think that's something that's sort of overlooked in the community, like Juneteenth, right? Hey, is this your first time in this in a live stream, Yumi Kimi? Yumi Kumi actually. Yumi Kumi Dos. Yumi Kumi 2. Okay, all right. Well, thanks a lot for joining. I appreciate the support and the participation. Have you personally been to Juneteenth celebrations? B Money? Do you guys have the days? I guess because July 4th falls on a Tuesday, so I'm wondering, like, okay, do people take Monday off, or do they get Monday and Tuesday off? Yes, plenty. You are on the West Coast. No, B Money. I'm not. I'm East Coast. I'm East Coast too, B Money. You know. Let's see. No, let's see. Yeah, Kiki, I think Malcolm X should get a day, but it ain't gonna be they ain't gonna make it no federal holiday like they do in Martin Luther King though. It's gonna have to be us to do it, like in the community. You know, white folks ain't gonna don't even want to acknowledge Malcolm X now. You know, they they flip out acknowledging Martin Luther King. They couldn't handle Malcolm X now. B Money, you thought I was in California? No, no. I have family in California, but oddly enough, I've never been though. Yeah, my mother's side of the family comes from California. Well, it's like Louisiana and California, um, and also my brother and sister have family in California too. But no, I'm not in California though. Senor B Money. Juneteenth was June 19th. I didn't know. I just thought they called it Juneteenth because they didn't know which day to put it on. You know, and I'm like, how, very much like black people, right? Like, well, we don't know which day it's on. Like, we don't know what day it is. Let's see. I think Pablo Frescobar is also a part of the chat. Well, he may have left. Let's see. Kiki learns languages. They will, if they see us doing business and working together, they will try to give us false hope. Okay, B Money, you're saying June 16th. Yumi Kumi and Lonnie are saying the 19th. That's why they called it Juneteenth, Lonnie. Like black folks couldn't agree on this day. I guess some people are just watching and observing. Sometimes it probably might be better just to watch and observe, especially if you don't have anything good to comment about. No shade. Could be some agents, Kiki. I could be being watched by some agents. I've done like I participated in a few live streams. Well, maybe like a couple. Um, but when I participated in those, it was like so many people commenting that like my comment would never get read or never be acknowledged. You know. But I think this is like a good situation because it's not like a lot of people. A lot of people. And also, I've been looking into trying to do that Google Hangout live chat thing. You know, I think it. I don't know. I think it might could work. Um, but I'm not completely sure how to do it and make it so that it'll have a playback on YouTube. Because I want to try and make it available to like, the subscribers. But I don't. It's for some reason it's not set up to do that on the mobile app. Because I think it would be cool to sort of hear you guys' voices and maybe even see you guys' face. Pablo Frescobar. Yeah, white supremacy. White supremacy loves us. They love looking at black people. You know, they really do. It's kind of like you love something so much you hate it, or either you hate something so much you love it, right? And Kiki, yeah, you're a conspiracy theorist, right? So I know you would be able to understand the agents. Pablo Frescobar, really? White supremacists are number one consumers of interracial cuckold porn. Or cuckold porn. What are they eating? How do they talk? How do they breathe? You know? Yeah, it's a curiosity that I think they have about us, right? What do you put in your hair? You know, I was asked that before when I had an afro. Like when I grew my hair out, sometimes I would do like a wash and go, and it would get like really curly. Then it would kind of look like that quote unquote biracial curl texture. Also, like I wear wave caps too, and I had a coworker ask me about wave cap, right? Then on occasions I was wearing do rags, and then the owner of the company had asked me about the do rag. I guess what's a do rag? And then the company I worked for, they wanted to sell Confederate flag do rags. Seriously, Confederate flag do rags with the Confederate flag pattern on them. Serious. I'm serious, you guys. The company that I work for, I won't say the name, for reasons I'm not, I can't put out all my business out there. And plus, some folks, these white supremacists, love trying to, take black folks' livelihood from them. But yeah, yeah. Actually, a whole bunch of Confederate flag stuff, really. Um, yeah, white people do love our. They're curious about our hair, definitely. You know, curious about us. You know, um, they want to be all, even want to an extent, even want black friends. They don't want to like. They want black friends as probably like accessories, so they'd be like, "Oh, I'm cool," you know. Yeah, I don't think I have any trolls yet, thankfully, right? Thankfully, I don't. I don't have any trolls. I'm not that popular, you know. I'm really not. I know I'm not that popular, and that's cool. I'm not like sweating anything about that. I'm fine with you guys. Hopefully, you guys are fine with me. Y'all want to see me put on my Confederate flag do rag right quick? Yeah, white people do want that cool factor. They want to be all like, hey, hey, look, look, I've got a black friend. Hey, like, look how cool and diverse I am. I got a black friend. I actually do have a Confederate flag hat though. Don't ask why, but for some reason, I have a Confederate flag hat. I didn't purchase it. I stole it. Yeah, black partners too, Ajax TV, and shout out to you. Um, I haven't seen you in the chat. I don't think Ajax TV. So shout out to you. But yeah, definitely black boyfriends being used as accessories. Let's see. Kiki posted 5555555. You have an employee making reverse racist remarks. His name is Steve. Can him now. I know the mayor. That something like that actually did happen to a YouTube user though. That's a real thing though. It may not happen as much as you think. It may not happen like a lot, but that's a real thing though. That happened to a YouTube user. It happened to Tatiana Mercedes. Like, she spoke about that. She got a call in the middle of the night from her employer because she posts videos, speaking out about white supremacy and racism, and she was trying to get help for people who were, displaced from the protest in Baltimore, like the whole Baltimore situation. Yeah, that's a real thing though, Kiki. Like, she got fired. Some employee or whatever saw her videos, and they sent her videos to her people, like the owner of the company. B Money posted, "I work in technology. I know they scan social media. That's why I don't make videos." Yeah, that's true. I've thought about that myself. I've been, thinking about that too. I know I'm not that popular, but, it's something for me to think about, because some employers could see these videos and be all like, making some decisions about it. But on the flip side, I'm like, well, I'm going to say what I want to say to an extent, because I'm like, I'm not saying anything that's bad. I don't really think, I'm speaking out against white supremacy, but, I feel like I have the side of right on me, right? I feel like I'm on the right side of the issue. Like for me, I have like a mixture of videos on my channel. Actually, I have videos that are just seemingly random videos, But yeah, that is a real thing though. That did happen. And then they threatened to do it to her again. Like, people, when she spoke out about like Tess Holiday, people were threatening to get her fired again. They was like, "We know where you work and we're going to report you and get you fired." So then she had talked with her boss and told her boss about the situation, and then she said her boss was cool with it or whatever, seemingly like a low-key white ally type. Yeah, Lonnie, you do put a target on your back when you do this type of stuff and speak out. Look what happened to. That's why these celebrities probably don't speak out. You know, these celebrities don't. I think that's part of the reason that they don't speak out, because they don't want to put a target on their back. You know, I think if Colin Kaepernick had not spoken out, he may still have been able to, have a bit of a career in football. You know, possibly. You know, yeah, celebs are shook. They don't want to speak out because, when you getting that white supremacy money, when they got you on your paycheck, got you on their payroll, they're giving you these nice checks. You gotta do what they say. you know B Money, I'm a contractor and get background checks. Oh wow. I work mostly with really really B Money. I'm work mostly with crackers and Asians. They already scared that I'm usually bigger and black. LOL. But B Money, weren't you the one saying though? Weren't you the one saying up in the comment section of the video that, hey, that stuff don't matter, right? Remember that? You know? They only concerned with your accomplishments, B Money, though, right? Remember that? They only concerned about your accomplishments, B Money. They don't care about you being big and black. You know? They don't care. They don't care, and that you big and black and intimidate them. I said being a dark-skinned black male doesn't hinder me. Well, hey, who am I to tell you your experience, right? Who am I? But sometimes I be feeling folks be missing it though, you know. But who am I to tell you what you experience? But sometimes when people be talking about their experiences, I'm like, I don't know. But you said being a dark-skinned black male doesn't hinder you, you know. Well, for me, over here, you know, white supremacy always attacking me. I tell you that. You know, I make white supremacy feel uncomfortable, you know. I got a target on my back, you know. Um, but I'm good, you know, but I actually, it's kind of good not to have that mentality, at least to an extent. But sometimes I just worry that sometimes it just feels like it's sort of dismissive of the, you know, black experience as a whole, you know. Oh, wow. So you're big, you're black, you know, big, dark black man, and you're not friendly too. Hmm. Wow. Because I feel like the friendliness sort of. All right, let me see if I can piece this all together. Um, but in regards to B Money, but yeah, being kind of like bigger, being dark, and not friendly, I kind of feel like you do sort of have kind of like things working against you. You know, personally, I do. I know I had this coworker for a minute. You know, he was like, a really big, dark skinned black man. But you know, he was like a really jokey kind of person. So I think that kind of helped him kind of like put folks at ease, perhaps. You know. Um, but you keep a low social media profile too. You know. That's good, you know. I can understand why you do that, but that also sucks though, because it's like you can't speak out on things you may want to speak out on though. That's the thing. It's like once you get involved in the system, it's like you kind of lose to an extent the I guess the privilege of being able to speak out, you know? Our people are kind of like afraid to speak out because you feel like it's going to affect your livelihood and your employment, you know. Let's see. B Money. Let's see. All right, B Money posted. All right. I work for Wall Street top banks. I'm not jokey nor friendly. I'm knowledgeable of what I do. Yeah, you know, you are, from what I heard, you said you are a computer programmer or a software programmer. So, yeah, I can understand that, you know, you kind of having like a skill set that is very in demand and very, you know, high skill. So I can understand them, you know, feeling like, okay, well, you know, they kind of feel like they probably have to accept you because can't nobody do what you do, you know? Yeah, speak out in B Money speaks out in his comments. Yeah, you sure do. You sure do. All right. I know that for a fact, you know. You be definitely speaking up in the comment section, B Money. And let me know what's up, you know. Let me know that, hey, you know, you don't know dark skinned man. Shut the fuck up, nigga. like, like, shut your light skinned ass up. Like, you don't know shit about us. This thing. I'm not hiding. I just not doing videos. I guess I'm just not doing videos. Okay. You know, hiding, not doing videos. Let's see. LOL. I would say something like that. I don't know. I don't know if I did receive a comment like that. I don't know how I would react, actually. I don't know. I guess I would try to be the bigger person, you know, at least on YouTube, maybe, because, but I don't know. Let's see. B Money, that Will Smith movie was about you. LOL. When he was living on the streets with his son, now works for Wall Street. Just joking. LOL. Well, working on Wall Street is, definitely a plus, I'm sure you're getting good paychecks, and I'm sure you don't want to risk your paychecks, for, some YouTube stuff, you know. But that's the thing too, though. Sometimes when you like a part of the system, it's like you hesitate to speak out on the system because you're a part of it and it funds you, right? And I feel like in order to really, you gotta compromise, right? You can I feel like I want to be able to, like, if I do become a part of the system, I guess I am technically maybe a part of the system to an extent already, but like if I become a part of the system to maybe the extent that B Money is, I feel like I would want to continue to do this type of stuff though, and still have, get my money. But I'm like, is that realistic though? But then again, B Money, since you have such like a marketable skill that's in high demand, that's really technical, you perhaps could do these videos and get away with it because it's like, well, we probably can't replace you as easily. But then again, don't ever get to thinking you're irreplaceable either, though. So maybe you might have a point, you know, because we all can be replaced, Sure. And they'll probably replace you with like, a East Asian dude, like, oh, he's dark skinned too, so we got that quota down. Let's see, really, I could do videos. I'm a contractor, not really an employee. I have my own company. Oh, snap. That is like, whoa. If you self-employed, then I kind of feel like you kind of are in a position to really be doing these videos. But, perhaps I'm missing something. But, it's like if you are self-employed, this would be kind of like the benefit of it. Okay, but it could affect getting contracts if if I started talking shit. But you ain't talking shit though, B Money. You speaking the truth though. You speaking the truth though. That's the thing, But um, I I actually was going to release a video today. I don't know, but basically where I'm getting at is you know, I understand where you coming from, B Money. But then again, should we understand where these celebrities are coming from then? Right? Because you kind of like in the same situation as a lot of these celebrities are, B Money. Getting some good paychecks. Don't want to affect, your cash flow, and I can understand that. But it seems like with the celebrities, it's like we kind of maybe we are expecting too much of them. You know. I mean, I don't want to see you, like B Money. I don't want to see you end up in a bad situation, over, speaking out the truth. That's the sad thing. Speaking, the truth. I don't want to see you end up in a bad situation. Hey, shout out to you, Nunya Biz. I think celebrities should silently fund Black Power, Pablo Frescobar posted. That's could be a good thing to do. I heard that Beyonce and Jay-Z kind of bails out Black Lives Matter protesters or whatever who gets arrested. Then celebrities don't care. They are the quote unquote new blacks. New blacks. Back in the 90s, at least, if not earlier, they used to call them neo blacks, I think. But yeah, new blacks. Yeah, they don't blame racism, right? Racism doesn't exist, right? You don't make excuses. You just do it, right? That stuff. Never mind all the racism that's still going on. Pablo Frescobar. More rappers should buy back the hood. They should floss that on social media. Well, welcome back, Lonnie Love. Welcome back. Okay, rappers should be investing more in their communities that they came from and buying it up and owning it. But to be fair, a lot of these rappers have that, quote unquote hood mentality, though. It's where it's like, oh, I just got me a fly car, some bad bitches. And, all the other stuff rappers be rapping about. B Money, did you hear about Jay-Z's new album? 444? Yeah, I've heard about that. A little bit about that. I saw some advertisements for his album, actually. I saw a billboard and I saw a bus, with the album cover on the outside of the bus. Let's see. But yeah, I heard about it. I heard he outed his mom as a lesbian too. For his album, and I heard that he admitted to cheating on Beyonce too. I think, but at this point, I don't believe what Jay-Z or Beyonce says. They're media trolls, really. Really, if you think about it, they are media trolls. Let's see. Kiki posted, they need to build schools and create STEM programs for black women. Let's see. They, STEM programs, yeah, like encouraging, black women to explore, careers, I guess STEM careers, you know. Yeah, I do think black people, not just black women, of course, definitely. But sometimes I can understand where women, black women are coming from, because sometimes, black women feel like, them specifically are sometimes left out of the equation. Sometimes black women kind of feel like they have to choose between being black and being a woman versus, well, their experience both encompasses, being black and being a woman. And B Money posted, Kiki, we need to change how we view getting an education. Yeah, we do. With the internet, we have a wealth of information at our fingertips. Very much so, we do. Let's see. Kiki responds, B Money, science will always be a good education. I guess, and medicine. Yeah, like, mathematics, engineering, technology, you know. I guess statistics, maybe. I don't know what the S stands for. Science. You didn't like science in school, Lonnie? You didn't like biology, chemistry, environmental science? Let's see. B Money. I'm a software developer, almost 20 years when I started. I was spending bundles on books. Now I get that same information online for free. Oh wow. You know, you do make a good point there, B Money, because if you've been in the game for 20 years, then that was like back in 2000, well, no, back in 1997, right? Y'all remember back in the 90s? Like, I definitely remember the 90s. But y'all remember before, like, internet was like the big thing, you know? That's what I think these younger kids are missing. You know, having that in your mind, you know, having that mindset where like internet, where before the rise of the internet, right? Yes, you started programming pre-internet. Wow. That is strange to think about, B Money. I don't even think, because I always associate that with the internet. Oh, wow, 94. Wow. Wow, in 94, wow. In 94, I was probably in, like, you starting your career, or I guess starting studying in 94. Like, I probably was like, wow, in 94. Yeah, I wasn't up to much. I wasn't up to much. Let's see. I know she was judging you. Oh, all right. Okay, Lonnie Love posted, I had a Chinese teacher, didn't understand her. She made me effing sick. Okay, hopefully it was just because of her accent and not because she was just Asian. Um, F that B. I still passed though. Okay, there is a site called Code Academy. You know, B Money. I guess this is a bit of a sidebar. But like the library in the area that I live in, like they had started offering some programming, or offering some like a program in coding, and I tried to get into it, but it was full. I was like, damn it. Code Academy. Okay. All right. Thanks for the information, B Money. I guess you okay when you want to be. You know, when you stop acting so dark skinned, you okay. Mm. But yeah, I was kind of interested in maybe kind of like exploring that and seeing if something I could do or would want to do. I guess I'm going to try and check back with my local library because they were kind of like offering a program. And they've been, I think they offer it throughout the summer at least. So I'm going to maybe check back there. Okay, check out Code Academy first. Okay. Okay, thank you, B Money. Okay, Lonnie, you want to be a real estate investor? Okay. Yeah, you gotta have credit though. land lots and shit. If you buy the right piece of land, you can really make money. You know. The HTML um, greater than less than sign is basic. Credit is shot. Yeah, credit, you got to be careful about the credit. I don't think black people as a collective or as a group tend to teach their children about managing their credit or like finances in general. I know one coworker I work with, she was like, no, like, my parents ain't never talked to me about no credit. Oh, wow. How old is your son, B Money? Oh, wow. 18 years old. I'm trying to get him into business like his dad, take on the family business, ushering him in, you know, showing him the ropes. Yeah, that's nice, B Money. He thinks it's boring. It probably might be boring to him, but I think it's probably a skill that he maybe should want to pick up on. At least, have it, you know, just in case. Maybe he might need it might come in handy one day. But yeah, that's a nice touching story, B Money. That you're taking that time out with your son, and doing, you know, that fatherly thing. That fatherly stuff. He wants to do it. He's going to go to college for computer science. Oh, okay. All right, following in his dad's footsteps. I know you're a proud dad, a proud papa. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. Hmm. I don't even think I've heard of that. Let's see. My parents work, but they don't know about coding, languages, history, geography, stock, etc. Oh crap, that's the new money? Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. It's the new money, y'all. I said, it's the new money. Y'all better learn about it. Okay. All right, B Money. Thanks for educating us. I'm curious about Bitcoin mining. Oh, money inserted in your arm. So it's like some type of digital device. It's making millionaires for the early adopters. Hmm. Oh, it's not a digital device? But it has to be, doesn't it? Oh, well, what do I know, right? I'll let you explain it, B Money. Like, what the hell do I know? I have not even heard of Bitcoin. Did anyone see that show, Year Million? Never heard of it. See, Pablo, that's what people used to pay for. That's what people used to pay for illegal things, are the dark web. Is it coin? Is it chip coin? Hmm. I don't know. Have you seen that movie, Time, where the work for minutes due to... Oh, sorry, let me read this over. Have you seen that movie, Time, where they work for minutes due to a digital clock in their arm? The poor have little time. No, y'all up on some things I don't know about. Definitely. This has definitely been one of the more educational live streams. So thank you very much. Oh, Justin Timberlake was in it? Well, that sucks. B Money. It's going to be a worldwide store of value. One Bitcoin equals $2,500. I bought one. Let's see. I bought in last year when it was $450. Oh, wow. It was a deep movie, Kiki. So how? Okay, okay. B Money. Is this like the Bitcoin itself, or is this Bitcoin stock? Because you said one Bitcoin equals 2,000, and last year it was 450. So I'm thinking, is it the Bitcoin itself, or is it like, you're buying the stock of Bitcoin? See, I brought it through this exchange, Coinbase.com. I think I better start writing some of this stuff down. Okay. Let's see. Let me get some paper. Alright. Let's see where my pen's at. Let's start taking some notes, and educate myself. Let's see. Just search Bitcoin on YouTube. Lots of informative information. All right. Bitcoin. Let's see. Bitcoin. YouTube. I guess Coinbase.com. Thank you very much for the information, B Money. Ethereum. Ethereum. Okay, I guess I should write that down too. Ethereum. Okay. Is that a drug? Sounds like a drug. I bought Ethereum last year under $15 in Ether. Now it's around 300. Oh. No, I believe it's another digital currency. Hmm. So this is sort of supposed to be like the wave of the future? It's going to be Web 3.0. Be money about that. I know, like you got the. Okay, I get your username now. Be money. It's not just some little, some little fancy, cool nickname. Like, no, it's really what you about. Digital trap or die. Let me get. All right. Ethereum is going to be a distributed platform for putting applications on the blockchain. Thanks for this free knowledge. I totally agree with that, Lonnie. Thank you very much. You know, thank you for taking the time out to educate my ignorant ass, because I haven't heard of like a lot of this stuff pretty much. A lot of this stuff that's you guys are talking about. Let's see. B money. I missed out on making money on the internet because I was hesitant in putting money in Amazon and Google. It was new. I didn't understand. Yeah, you know, I think the internet, you see, I didn't see the potential. I think the internet at that time was like, it didn't make sense, maybe, to a lot of people. And people thought it might have just maybe been a fad, maybe. Bianca Brooks. Hey, shout out to you, Bianca. Thanks for joining the chat. Amber Rose. Well, they love her so much because she looks good, and um, she'll give it to you, at least for the right amount of money. Let's see. It was very basic. You were investing in potential. Okay. Be money. But be money. I know. You definitely know what's up now, though. You know. See, and Amber Rose isn't black, people. isn't black. People keep wanting us to claim her. We don't know her. You know, Amber Rose is, she's black when it's convenient. She's mixed when it's convenient. She tried to be white, but white folks ain't playing that. Yeah, we kind of veered off into like the money is jumping in early. The money is jumping in early before it takes off. Okay. I don't know. I might have to put this playback on like private or unlisted, perhaps. Maybe. I might. You know. I might think about that. You know. I'm not totally sure, but maybe. But I know African Queen, like her internet was messed up and not working or whatever. So I think that's probably like the main reason I'm hesitating about that. You know. Yeah, exactly, Kiki. You know. I don't know if this should be like totally just open for public consumption. Not that my videos are like super popular, but still. Yeah, you're right, B Money. If we want to overcome white supremacy, we have to get our economics together. Our economics together. Yeah. I think ultimately we have to find a way to divest out of the white infrastructure. And I think that's been difficult for us lately. I think when it was segregation, it was easier because we just didn't have that option. Yeah, you're right, Lonnie. They will, but we gonna tax their ass though. They gonna pay for it though. If we do business with them, we gonna tax their ass. You will never be able to divest. The economy is going more global and interconnected. So, in your personal opinion, let's see, we have to be smarter in how we spend and invest. But wouldn't the spending and investing be a form of divesting, though? Perhaps, I guess you're saying we can't totally divest because, we can't just be like an entity of our own because we would have to compete in the global market. Robinhood app is meant to be free stock trading. Oh, let's see. Robinhood app. See, so many people, it's like so much knowledge in this stream here. In Philly, they bind up the Temple area, which is a black community, raising the taxes and rent is 1,500 or more. Yeah, in the area that I live, this community that used to be like a majority black community, like they sold the community, and now they're building all these like fancy homes, and I'm wondering like, because the community was a bit, the complex was kind of a bit like a bit hood looking, quote unquote. But now it's looking like really fancy. Let's see. Here in Jersey, the rents are crazy in the hood. Really? But it's the hood. Well, I guess it's been gentrified or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, that's crazy though. So you commute to New York from Jersey, B Money? I actually thought you were a resident of NYC. I think at one point you were though, right? You still are? Maybe. Am I getting too much into your business? Like, this mother don't stop asking me questions. Okay, you were born. Let's see. All right, Pablo Frescobar. Here in London, if you are a long-time renter, the council allows you to buy your apartment for cheap. Oh, is that like a law they have in place, Pablo Frescobar? If so, I think that's a pretty cool law. You know, to help make sure that people aren't being taken advantage of. B Money. I live in Jersey. I was born in North Jersey. Okay. All right. I thought you were, for some reason, I got like a New York vibe from you. I guess because you had mentioned in previous posts that you grew up in like a Hispanic Caribbean area or something like that. And I thought of like New York, like the Bronx, the other place where the Dominicans are. Like I thought about somewhere up in New York. And also you mentioned that you worked in New York too. So I was like, oh, let's see. Let's see. Coins exchange. Coinbase.com. All right. Let's see. B Money. I'm right outside of New York City, so it's the same vibe. Okay. I live in a city that's mostly Hispanic. Okay. All right. Mostly Hispanic. But they're probably it's more like the Caribbean Hispanics though. I know I think you mentioned that it was like the Caribbean Hispanics though. So it's like for you it might not be like a it's like well it's kind of like oh it's like it's like oh my cousin over there, right? I guess that's I don't know what I'm trying to say. But like it's the Caribbean, yeah, the like Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, okay, Colombians, okay, they're not the Caribbeans, but partially them too. Okay, yeah, I would like to live in a Hispanic area myself. Um, Bianca Brooks posted, the only reason I live in New York is for acting. Don't move here if you don't have to. LOL. It's so expensive. I would like to try life in New York. Um, you know, Bianca. But I do think that I think you're correct. I don't think you're like a lion. But I think people often go to New York for like the lifestyle, and plus like New York is so hyped up. Um, you know, yeah. New York is too expensive, B Money. Now I know you can afford it, B Money. Stop being cheap. I know you can afford a Manhattan apartment. I know you can afford to pay $3,000 a month in rent for what a one bedroom, one bathroom apartment. I know you got it like that, B Money. It's too expensive for us regular folk. Not for you though. Oh wow, I didn't know that, Bianca. I thought New York Transit was like the best thing ever. Always has an excuse, constantly making you late. I hate it here. I'm just waiting for a man to ask me to marry him so we can move somewhere else. Wow. Yeah, I think Manhattan apartments, Kiki, I think they might be, well, last time I've heard, they maybe have gone up, but I think like, at least 3,000. See. B Money, I would rather live outside the city. Okay, Is it because you would rather just go to New York, maybe just go to New York when you want to go to New York and, leave it behind when you want to leave it behind? Um, African Queen is back in here. Oh, shout out to you, African Queen. Let's see, Bianca Brooks. Hope to see you in movies and TV shows. And Bianca replies, thank you so much. And Bianca asks, what state do I live in? I live in the state of Georgia. Okay, B Money. Yes, I'd rather live in a house with a yard, cars, garage, and space. You mean you don't want to have a little hole in the wall apartment that has one bedroom, one bathroom, you know, has a weird setup, you know, doesn't have a place that you can put your garbage at, so you have to put it out on the curb. Well, Bianca, yeah, I agree with you, you know, but for me, I would just want to just try out the lifestyle and see if I like it, and just also have that experience of living in New York. Rats are everywhere in New York on public transportation. Master Splinter will steal your food. Wow. I heard about rats. I didn't think they were that bad though. Yeah, I've visited New York literally once in my life, you know. I think you guys are positioned very well when it comes to traveling. You guys can travel to like Europe probably for cheap, or to Canada for cheap. Why are the subways bad in the summer, B Money? I saw that video, Bianca, where that big rat crawled into this man's pants, like crawled up his pants while he was sleeping. I saw that. I don't fuck with no rats. Bianca Brooks. They don't care that you're a human and you're bigger than the rats. Now, these are New York rats, They're about that thug life. Oh, the hot platforms and stinky streets. Oh, wow. But the experience is good to get. Yeah, I think for me, that's what I would like, the experience. I probably wouldn't end up living there for the rest of my life. Um, but, I would probably just want, the experience. Let's see what it's about. Oh yeah, and plus you like a family man too, so you living in like the suburban part probably would work out better for you. But there are people with families who do live in New York though, you know. But I can understand where you're coming from as far as your living situation. Let's see. You could get an apartment in Jersey City right outside of New York City for cheaper. Hmm. Is the commute alone commute be money? It probably isn't. I don't. It probably is not a long commute. I actually did when I went to New York. I did commute from New Jersey to New York when I went. I was only there for a couple of hours. Okay, the commute is short. It's a path train ride. One stop. Okay, it's like I guess an express uh, train. And I heard you can also take like the bus too. That's an option too. The bus, they'll bus you into the city. You know, I took the train with my family. Lonnie posted, I remember I seen a rat in the subway. Child. Wait a minute. It said, child, I was screaming in shit. Thank God it was years ago before this camera phone shit. Bianca posted, Steven, the squirrels here are too friendly. Squirrels will eat your food because people keep feeding them. Why do they keep feeding them, though? There's probably some dumbass tourist. Oh, traveler bitches. Oh, ferry? I didn't know ferry was an option. From New Jersey. Oh, that's pretty cool. At B Money. Oh, Lonnie Love, yo, it's almost midnight. Supposed to get up at 4 a.m. to go to the gym. LOL. Oh, wow. My bad, Lonnie. I didn't know I was keeping you from, working on your fitness. For it, yeah, that's what I'm like. You know, you better than me, Lonnie. You really about that life, Lonnie. I salute you. Cause at 4 a.m., I ain't, I ain't trying to do shit, but sleep, or either wake up, go to the bathroom, and go right back to sleep. Oh, you took? Did you take tomorrow off? B Money, or was it given? Well, you run your own business, so I guess it's pretty much just whenever. It's like, okay, we off. You know. But you're gonna just do like tomorrow and Tuesday off for you, B Money. Okay, you took it off. Cause yeah, you're I guess cause you said it's like you're a contractor who runs his own business. Yeah, everyone's on vacation or off. Okay, so yeah, it probably would just make sense for you to take off too, since okay, what you gonna be programming if everyone's off? The front door. You know, you're gonna be programming the entrance to the lobby that no one's gonna be at. Elo laughed my ass off. I got plenty of work. Let's see. Oh, so you got plenty of work, meaning you could have work tomorrow? Or, okay, you probably hit the beach tomorrow. Okay, a beach day for you. Okay, you could have worked, but you didn't want to. Okay. So you was like, nah, you know, I'm gonna take tomorrow off. Well, you are living the life, B Money. I mean, I guess technically I have tomorrow off too, but I'm on vacation right now, or at the moment. But if I wasn't on vacation, then I wouldn't have tomorrow. I would have Tuesday off, but not tomorrow. No, I'm not. I usually work throughout holidays because I don't get paid taking them off. Okay, so you know you about that money, you know. Is it through like all holidays or like you take off the major holidays? Like you would take off for like Thanksgiving and Christmas, or would you work through Thanks? I don't think you could really do much on Christmas though. I don't know. I could be missing something, but I don't know. I don't imagine you being able to work on Christmas. Hannibal Burris. Um, I feel like I've heard that name before. I'm going to look him up. Okay, you take off major holidays. Oh, okay, he's a comedian. I do feel like you do look familiar to me, but I just couldn't place who you look like, you know? But I feel like I've seen you before. Based on your picture, I feel like I have. I don't know. I feel like I have seen you before. Maybe you just look like somebody I know. You know. You know, all black folks look alike anyway. Bianca, I'm not a mean person. I'm sensitive to people that are less fortunate. But when 7 to 10 people come into your train asking for money, I can't afford to give to everybody. Very true. You gonna be broke just like them, given if you gonna give to every person that come across your path. You gonna be right next to them, going into the train, begging for money. But usually, oddly enough, I don't really see women begging for money that much. Usually, it's the dudes. You know. Usually, in my personal experience, um, it's been mostly black men that I've seen for some reason. But lately, I've been seeing like other groups of people begging for money. Maybe it's the area that I work in, but I've seen them. And you know, every time I've even seen like a few like white men begging for money. But you know, when I see white men begging for money, I'm like, what the like? How you begging for money? You got this whole system set up for you. How are you begging for money? This whole system is set up for you specifically, white man. like, like, how you gonna be begging me for money? Like this system, like, you know, is not in my favor, right? So how should I really be supporting you? Let's see. Let's see. B Money. There are a lot of white heroin addicts up here that beg for money. Oh, wow. I know in Florida, let's see, a lot of white women, heroin addict prostitutes selling ass. Wow. Wow. Well, I know in Florida, I'm currently in Florida, by the way. But yeah, in Florida, it's like, from what I heard, that's that sort of thing happens to be money, or that's sort of prevalent too. Where like, in a certain area, you're going to see like homeless white people and white people acting the fool. Bianca Brooks. LOL, yes, I see a lot of homeless white men begging for money. I always stare at them like, what the F are you doing? Let's see. Go down K and A. So many crackers. Well, she said crackers. So many crackers. So many KKK crackers begging for money to support their heroin addiction. My bad. I thought meth was a hell of a drug. And it looks like heroin is making a comeback. B Money. I went to my old hood and saw white people walking around. I was like, where the hell these white people come from? Well, they gentrified your old hood, B Money. They gentrified it and, forced out all of the, working class poor black people and put in some white people. White people saw, hey, I think we want that. You know? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought these was like fancy hipster white people. um Lonnie, I look down in my phone and pay them dust. Let's see. Melissa Cano, I live in Florida and there's a lot of white people begging for money. Yeah, that's what I heard too. Something like that, Melissa. And B Money, these are poor ass white people. Not the latte sipping crackers. Wow. Um, let's see. Bianca. Orlando Brown is on meth. That's why he's not on that So Raven spinoff. Yeah, I'm like, Orlando, you messed it up for yourself. But even before he was on meth, well, I didn't even know he was on meth, but even before he was on meth, he was doing all that crazy stuff though. And you know how Disney is. You know Disney ain't gonna be doing that stuff, putting up with that. Like, so you messed yourself up out of a good gig and a good paycheck from Disney again, right? Every time I look at them crackers, I'm sorry, crackers, Lonnie, I want to laugh, but I don't. Lonnie, I don't think you should laugh. Just because, you gotta be careful about that. Even though, you know, white people as a collective, they ain't no good. They ain't trying to be no good. They racist. Some, messed up, do a lot of messed up things. But I don't think you should do that just because, it could be you. It really could. It could be all of us. Really, to be honest. And you got to be careful about that because, for most people, like a couple of paychecks, if that. And it could be you. Yeah, Orlando Brown, he got some issues he needs to work on. Well, you don't have to feel sorry for them, Lonnie, but you should not. I don't know. You shouldn't maybe like take pleasure in some. Well, I don't know. It's just weird. But it's something you need to be careful about, though, because, again, like, a twist of fate. Okay, so it's more directed toward the heroin addict ones versus just the homeless ones. I mean, but the thing is, like, you still a colonizer. You still even though you homeless, but you homeless on stolen land though. You know, you homeless on stolen land though. Latte sipper. Homeless on stolen land. LOL. Now I don't feel sorry for them. you know. I try to be careful, That's a tricky situation, but about to bounce. But check out B Cotton. Thank you very much, B Money, for joining this chat. I actually was hoping that you would join this chat, really. Do some YouTube research. Okay. I wrote down like a lot of the stuff that was being posted in the chat too. But yeah, thank you very much for participating and also educating us on a lot of the stuff, because I didn't know about pretty much the majority, if not all, of this stuff that you mentioned. So thank you very much. I really appreciate your education. Well, yeah, you teaching us about this stuff. Check out that chick, China Fox. I want your review of her. Okay, let me write her name down. Yeah. Her being a light-skinned pro-black. Okay, you want my opinion of this woman. As you guys may or may not know, I do not refer to myself as pro-black. China Fox. I think she's one of the crazy light-skinned women. You like them crazy light-skinned women, B Money. Don't be fronting. Don't be acting like you don't. You know you do. B Money being shady. Be shady. Let's see. Bianca Brooks. When black people like Colin K take a stand, I'm going to need black businesses to give the brother a job. Yeah, we got to have people's back, And I think, this, we kind of talked about this prior to Bianca, but yeah, it's kind of like celebrities kind of hesitate to speak up, and this is probably part of the reason why they hesitate to speak up, because they feel like, well, they might be putting themselves in a bad position, but yeah, good night, and thanks a lot to you, B Money. Definitely, if you're not already out. I don't know who's in and out. Let's see, you guys talked about this without me. There was a team meeting without me. LOL. Peace out, B Money. See you soon. Thanks for participating. I really appreciate you. Even if we don't see eye to eye, that's cool. Why am I be shady, Lonnie? Being shady, Lonnie. I think it might have been in regards to the light skin comment about you mentioning that she's a crazy light skinned woman. Even though that you like that, and that's something that probably turns you on about light skin or women in general, though. So maybe that's where the shady partness came from. See, I want him to give a critique of her videos and her being light skinned pro black. Huh, really? Any really? Well, thanks for being interested in my opinion, B Money. I kind of think it's a bit weird, a bit odd that you asked me this though, but okay, I'll check her out and see what's popping, you know, and get back with you soon, you know. I'll probably end up doing it in a live stream or a combination of a video and a live stream, but I guess I can write this down. China Fox YouTube. But yeah, I appreciate that you're interested in my opinion, B Money. So thanks a lot. Good night. Bonsoir. Buenas noches. Peace out. Talk with you soon, B Money. Stay black. Make a positive review. That's a little strange that you request that, Kiki. Why are you requesting a specifically positive review? Shouldn't it already be implied? Like, if you positive, it would seem like, you know, it would just go along with it, you know? Let's see. Shishi Ah. Again, Shishi. Hey, welcome to the chat, Shishi. Amber Rose is an opportunist. I was riding with her till she told her typical light-skinned girl sob story about darker-skinned girls picking on her. Yeah, I remember Taina. Bianca. Yeah, I remember Taina. Whatever happened to her? She's still acting? She was I guess maybe a Latina. I feel like she was kind of like an Afro Latina though. You know, for some reason I kind of got like that vibe from her. But they probably just said you're a Latina, you know. But yeah, Shishi, I know what you're saying. You know, it's like, you know, Amber Rose in her tweets to Kodak Black, she was like, "Oh, you know, speaking about all this stuff," but she kind of like it seemed like it was supposed to be in defense of dark skinned women, but then at the same time, you kind of putting yourself in the mix and talking about how dark skinned women did this, that, and the third to you, and equating it to the same level. You know, it's kind of like a white person, you know, going about against racism for black people, but putting themselves in the mix too, like, oh, you know, black people called me names, you know, black people, um, you know, didn't like me, and making it seem like it's on the same level as the racism that white people do to black people. And China Fox don't play. All right. You guys are hyping up this China Fox chick. You heard Taina is coming back. Let's see. I follow these Taina Rebot and the main actors from the show. They are pushing for a comeback. Do you think he can make a comeback? Well, anything's possible, but is the show popular enough to come back though? I mean, when you think of Nickelodeon shows, does Taina pop into mind? Think about it. Immediately into mind. Yeah, I had actually watched Gilmore Girls for a minute. The original, not the comeback. Well, yeah, Bianca, That's So Raven and Full House were like really popular shows, so I don't think Taina was that popular of a show. But then it's possible, but I don't know if anybody really checking for a Taina comeback though. I didn't know Sister Sister was making a comeback. Kiki, I love Gilmore Girls. The mom was hilarious. The humor was odd but good. Yeah, I like the relationship that the mom and daughter had with each other. Um, I like I did like their rapport too. It was a bit odd. They but I feel like that just spoke to their mother-daughter bond, being able to just sort of like go back and forth with their quick wit with each other. Like it just flowed so naturally for them. No sister with Afro. Amber Rose is not Caucasian. She would like to be. She would like to be Caucasian. She tried to be, but white people were like, yeah. Yeah, I miss all that too, Bianca. The real original all that before they revamped it, right? The first 6 seasons. Yeah, I do miss that all that. They should bring that back, but I think maybe they should like bring it back with the old cast and maybe do like a reunion type of special and maybe like do their old skits and stuff, you know? Maybe a reunion special or maybe even a reunion like season. Amanda, please. Yeah, I remember the Amanda show. It was like a variety show. She had the craziest. Yeah, Amanda Bynes did go crazy. She actually did an interview recently. You know, and it was posted online. Yeah, Amanda Bynes, she did an interview recently, and she seems to have been able to, you know, regain her sanity. She's attending college at FIDM. Um, and she says she's thinking about getting back into acting. So thankfully, Amanda had Amanda had good parents and a good family that stepped in when things were getting bad. You know, yeah, I'm happy and proud that Amanda was able to get it together. I definitely give a shout out to her parents. You know, her parents definitely helped that. Yeah. The Amanda, please. She played her own obsessed fan. Orlando Brown must not have anybody because he's on the Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Oh, wow. Is that a TV show or a reality show or something? I don't know. I'm not the most up to date. I haven't watched TV in probably like months. Until like this week, probably. I haven't watched television that much at all. All right. Pablo Frescobar, thanks for the streaming, or the stream, and for everyone's input. It was enlightening. It really was, Frescobar. It was extremely enlightening, especially thanks to B Money. Um, you know. Good night, everyone. Good night to you, Frescobar. Oh, okay. It's not no. It's a saying. Okay, I thought it was because it was a TV show on E. They did a TV show called Boulevard of Broken Dreams on E. It's just, I don't know, Kiki. He might already be taken. You know, he might already be taken, Kiki. And he got a son. His son, 18 years old. How old are you? I know you can't be that too much older. Okay, all right. So you you a little bit older than his son. You got a couple of years on his son. But I don't know. But you never know. He can call me mom. Really? You're only 8 years older than him. I think that's a bit weird for him to be calling you mom. No mom is just 8 years older than her son. If it is, there's some issues with that. We got some real issues if a mom is 8 years older than her son. See, my cousin married a 39-year-old at 19. Wow. Oof. That relationship would seem so weird because when that person's 60, that person's going to be about 40. That age difference is a bit much. For me personally, you know, yes, Muslims. So is it like does he have many wives? Or Bianca, you ever seen those interviews Orlando did with Vlad TV? Oh, he don't have multiple wives, Kiki. Many kids. He got multiple kids. By the same woman? Or is he like a Rolling Stone? Yeah, he was like, he had said something kind of strange. Like, he could have had, like, he had said something like, oh, Raven aborted his baby or something too. Or he spoke about that in his interview at least. Bianca, I met Raven Simone while I was filming Masters of None, and it took all my energy not to stare at her breasts. Were they really big? Gigantic? Like perky? Yeah. She looks demonic now, Kiki. I think Raven lost a lot of points with people because of like her views that she expressed on the TV show The View. Like she, doesn't like ghetto names. Um, and she always seems to be kind of like cooning out for white people, like going hard for white people. It's just because all I could think about is what Orlando said, and I didn't want her to think I'm a lesbian. I think, Raven might try to holla. She was dating that model chick, As Marie from America's Next Top Model for a minute. I think As Marie broke up with her. It's just, it's just like strictly dickly for you. It's just, to be honest, I don't either. Give them a Swahili, Yoruba, Igbo name if you like uniqueness. Well, aren't ghetto names unique too? I mean, if I was named Tyquarius, that would be unique. Oddly enough, when you type in Tyquarius into a Google, mugshots come up. Let's see. Bianca Brooks. I had a woman try to hit on me. I looked at her like, "What are you doing, sis?" Tyquarius. He put Tyquarius. It's like Tyquarius. It's like Aquarius, but you put Ty on it instead of like Tyquarius, right? Yeah, I can imagine that situation being awkward, Bianca. Ocheona. Type queer. Queer. Unfortunately, yes. And the strange thing is, I didn't know at the time that was what was happening until I was already like, until the situation was already happening. But yeah, I could probably go into a story about this bum ass nigga and asking me for money. Like, come on, nigga. Like, really? Can you do a parody of a sheltered housewife? It's just a sheltered housewife um, from Orange County. Sure, but I need more background on this housewife. Okay. Let's see. I guess in the next couple of minutes, um, did I give him money? He made me spit on my. He made me spit on my phone. I gave him the change that was in my pocket, and he had an attitude about that. I guess he thought I was supposed to give his broke ass some more change. What the? And now I see what you women be talking about, and what you women be going through. Like, you women, I don't know. But yeah, probably in the next 5 or 10 minutes or so, I'll bring the live stream to a close. I had a white man try to rob me the other day. Very unpleasant experience. Oh, wow. Like, really, white man? As if you haven't already taken enough. You want to take some more? Like a woman who does PTA. Stays at home, mom, or stay at home mom, brags on her kids' small accomplishments. Okay. But yeah, probably in the next few minutes or so, I'll bring this live stream to a close. And possibly I may make this live stream, put this live stream on private, maybe. Let's see. I think you posted that video recently, right? I haven't watched it yet, but I will check it out. Yeah, this is a very educational live stream, you guys. I got a lot more than I bargained for. I think I need to get my ish together, you know. Bianca, what borough do you live in New York? I'll guess Brooklyn. Okay. Artsy. Artsy, artistic side, you know. Yeah, I guess Brooklyn because of the artsy, artistic side of. I feel like that would kind of represent more of where you are and where you want to go, you know. Oh yes, all the artists congregate here. Okay, okay. Yeah, it is sort of like that. From what I've gathered, it's sort of like that artistic, has that artistic flair to it, that artistic quality to it. So yeah. Kiki learns. Upper middle class wealthy wears pearls, does yoga, and is like a hidden freak but appears prudish. Sells Avon. I think you need to start writing treatments for plays and for television shows, Kiki, and movies. Sells Avon. Okay, I'm going to eat. I'm hungry. Good night. All right, good night, Bianca. I guess I can bring this video to a close at this point. But thanks a lot for watching. Not only to thanks to Bianca, but also thanks to all of you guys who participated. You know, thank you very much. And I'm still debating on whether to put this on public, private, unlisted, whatever, right? But yeah, thanks a lot for the support, you guys. I really appreciate your feedback, you guys' participation too. And thanks for the thumbs up. Again, you know, it's nice to know that, people are interested in what you do and what you have to say. And, you know, it's something that I don't take for granted. So thanks a lot. Thank you very much for your support, your help, and all that good stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Until the next live stream, have a good night, you guys. You know, have a good night. Adios and goodbye for now.